Hey folks, how you doing? This is Henry Hemp and it's another beautiful day. I thought I would introduce you to the new Henry Hemp pad. I've been blessed to rent a room in this house. And, special surprise, there's somebody that lives in this house that's making a Henry Hemp puppet for a new segment called the Henry Hemp Magical Garden. Yeah, the Henry Hemp Magical Garden. Let's check it out, see what the puppet's about. Cool house.
We were sitting around talking about, oh, you know, what kind of content could we have for the Henry Hemp TV show? And I was like, oh man, I know. Let's have Henry Hemp go to his cool, like, secret garden full of weirdo puppets and stuff and talk to him.
Henry Hemp. Activism over now, common sense, path for the new direction.
Hey folks, I wanted to say thanks for watching this episode and fun adventure of the Henry Hemp Show. So remember to check out more shows on splittube.com. Peace and love.
Medical marijuana advocates want to make it easier for patients to get their medicine. And to do that, they're proposing the state set up a regulated supply system of dispensaries and producers. Pot law supporters handed over an additional 20,000 signatures today to get an initiative on the ballot in November.
Creating a parallel system of tightly controlled, regulated medicine that people can go buy in a safe, convenient location, knowing that the medicine they buy is pure, knowing how strong it is.
With today's initial signatures, the Coalition for Patients' Rights 2010 has now collected more than 112,000 signatures. The group only needed about 83,000 valid names to send the issue to the voters.
Welcome to Freedom Files. I'm James Burns, and yes, History Week continues. And if you want to know more about hemp, you can log on to hemphistoryweek.com. And a couple of you have been asking me privately, James, why have you been dedicating most of the episodes this week of Freedom Files to Hemp History Week? And, well, the truth is hemp is a very important plant. And, you know, some people have even made the mistake of saying that it's marijuana, and they're like, you know, that's marijuana, okay, and, you know, that's bad, okay, because drugs are bad, okay. But the truth is, hemp and marijuana are actually cousins. They are related, but hemp doesn't have the same amount of THC as marijuana does. But I do believe that both plants need to be fully legalized in the United States because they both do way more good than harm. And part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to help educate people about hemp. And why hemp? Why should we have hemp re-legalized in the country? Forgetting the fact that the founders grew hemp, forgetting the fact that our most important documents upon the foundation of our republic were written on hemp. Let's forget about that for a moment. And despite the fact that so many products can be made out of hemp, here's a couple of reasons why I think it should be legalized. Well, of course, you have Wall Street going down the toilet. The economy continues to nosedive. More and more people are losing their jobs and their homes in this jobless recovery. See, unemployment continues to rise. The Obama bills, 10 cities, whatever the hell you want to call them, they continue to grow and spread throughout the U.S. But it all leads to one reality. We're headed towards a depression, and in order to avert that, in order to save our country, this is what we need. We need jobs, okay? We need businesses. We need new businesses. We need to rebuild our industry. And the one plant that can do that for us is hemp. It can make countless products, thousands of products. It can result in opening countless businesses, employing who knows how many people. Millions of Americans would go back to work farming hemp, working in shops, textile plants, construction. We would be able to stop chopping down trees. We'd be able to actually do some good with hemp. We could use hemp as an alternative fuel source, as food, as well. I mean, if you watched yesterday's top 10, the top 10 products, made from hemp, according to me, you get it. You understand that hemp is a very important plant, and our future, in my honest opinion, depends on hemp. That's why you have to contact your congressmen and your senators, and you have to get them behind legalizing hemp. We just got to do it if we want to have any hope of getting out of this recession. Actually, we're in depression, but hemp is the way to go. It's one of the few hopes we have left of saving our country and getting some jobs back in people's hands before the tent cities continue to rise and more people go on welfare. So we have to turn the tide, and the plant that we can get behind that can do that is hemp. And join me tomorrow for the Enemy of the Week right here on Freedom Files.
At the top of Peach Knob, workers build a home for former Mayor Russ Martin, the first of its kind in the U.S.
Europe's been using this product for about 10 to 15 years, and they're pretty far ahead of us in green building.
The product is industrial hemp. Madeira's company imports it from the UK to make hempcrete. Hempcrete is mixed with a lime-based binder. Before you make any jokes about workers getting high on the job, builders quickly point out that hemp is not marijuana.
The industrial hemp plant is a cousin of the marijuana plant, but it has very little, 0.03% THC. You can't get high on this.
Madeira says hempcrete has many health and economic benefits. The material allows air and moisture to circulate, preventing the buildup of mold, mildew, and other issues.
With this product, you'll have no termites, no dry rot, no moisture issues, because the air is constantly moving in and out.
But it's also well insulated. At first glance, the walls of the hemp house don't look too steady, but they are. In fact, they're about a foot thick, and builders say they should cut down homeowners' energy costs by at least half. The 3,000 square foot home cost about $55,000 to build. The home's designer says his inspiration is personal.
My daughter, she's 8 years old and autistic with multiple chemical and environmental sensitivities.
Brenner says little Bailey has seizures as a reaction to certain chemicals and materials found in traditional homes.
My goal as a designer is to try to find and locate products that I would feel and my wife would feel good about us having in our home that wouldn't have an adverse effect on her health.
Brenner and Madeira hope this is the beginning of many hemp houses in Asheville and in the U.S. Karen Wynn, News 13.
Five, four, three, animation, 2, 1.
In my career as a judge, I saw that those who should be enforcing the law often broke it, and those who write the laws often do so without regard to the Constitution they are sworn to uphold. My next guest is cut from a different cloth. Sheriff Richard Mack of Arizona travels the country, speaking to law enforcement officials and others about their duty to protect individual liberty and to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. For his participation in the Oath Keepers movement, he's been labeled a dangerous militia person and targeted by groups for his lack of fidelity. I'm horrified, and so should everyone else be, by things like we showed what you're looking at now. Footage on Freedom Watch of a Columbia, Missouri SWAT raid on a family home. This turned up no drugs. It invaded a private home. It terrified an innocent family. It scandalized young children, and they killed the family dog. Sheriff Mack, welcome back to Freedom Watch. This SWAT team, this SWAT raid in Columbia, Missouri, which has gone viral on the internet, is this typical of what happens when SWAT teams get carried away looking for drugs in private homes?
Well, I'm afraid it's happened in America far too often, Judge. I used to be on some of these raids. I used